Hello, today we're going to be doing Pilates ball and band. So you need two things, a band that's pretty long, okay, and a ball. And the way you know the ball is the right size for you is when you sit on it, you should have about a 90-degree bend. This ball's a little big for me, but I'll work with it. But yes, ideally you want to be about 90 degrees at the bend of your knee. Okay, for our warm-up, we're just going to be using the band. So grab that. I'm going to go over the basic principles of Pilates while we do our warm-up. But make sure that you are aware of the basic principles. This is more of an intermediate with some advanced options for the exercises. So if you are new to Pilates, make sure you're doing an essential workout. You know what the basic principles are. We have all those videos on our YouTube channel. So we're just going to start out with reaching those arms up, all the way up to the sky, getting as tall as we can, and bringing those arms down. Okay, inhale as you reach those arms up, and exhale as you bring those arms down. So as we inhale through the nose, and we exhale through pursed lips with Pilates. So inhale, let's add in a little bit of instability. So reaching the heels up, lifting the heels up as we reach those arms up, and lowering those heels as we lower the arms down. Inhale, and exhale. Again, inhale, get as tall on the ball of the feet as you can as you reach those arms up, and exhale as you lower back down. Getting length through the torso, breathing in, exhaling, blowing out through those pursed lips. Just one more time here, inhaling through the nose, and exhaling through those pursed lips. Good. Now bring your arms out a little wider on the band, and let's bring those feet out a little wider, making it a little easier. So we're going to go into lateral rotation. So we're opening up from the hips, so the toes should be turned out. Feet a little wider than hip width apart, which is a little wider than sits bones apart, and that's a part of your anatomy that we talk about a lot, and I'll talk about that a little more when we get down to the floor. Inhale as you reach those arms up. Exhale, pull the hands behind your body. Inhale, and exhale to the front. So this should feel good on the shoulders. Inhale, arms reach up, pull those arms apart, feel a little bit of resistance in the shoulders, nice warm up for the shoulders, and then bring it to the front. So inhale, arms reach up, exhale, pull those arms back, inhale, and exhale. If this doesn't feel good on your shoulders, then just reach them up towards the ceiling. Don't even worry about pulling them back. Or you can try bringing your hands out a little further on the band so you don't have quite as much resistance, because we're going to be adding in some instability. And again, that's optional. You can reach the heels up as you reach those arms up, and then lower those heels as you lower the arms. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale to reach up, and exhale to lower. Inhale, and exhale. Last option, lift those heels up as you reach those arms up. Keep those heels lifted as you pull those arms back. Reach those arms up towards the ceiling, and then lower it down. If you want a little more resistance, walk those hands closer in on the band. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, pull those arms back. Inhale, reach those arms up, and then lower those heels back to the floor. You have two more sets, with the heel lift, without, or keeping them up the whole time. And to the front, one more time. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, pull those arms back. Inhale, reach those arms up. And exhale to lower back down. Good. Let's bring those feet sits bones apart. So that's basically closer than hip width apart. Bring those hands into where they're just about shoulder width apart on the band. And we're going to reach those arms up towards the ceiling. Working on elevation of the shoulders. Inhale, shoulders lift up towards the ears. Exhale, slide the shoulders down. So elevation of the shoulders, and then we're just coming to a neutral shoulder position. So think about the shoulders sliding up towards your ears. So shoulders slide up, and then we pull them down. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. One more time. Inhale to lift, and exhale. This brings us to our neutral shoulder position. And from here, we're just going to go into lateral flexion. So inhale to prepare. On the exhalation, we are flexing our spine to the right, just lateral flexion. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, blow those purse lips. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Make sure the spine is doing the movement, not your arms. So a lot of times what I'll see is this, okay? And not the spine doing the movement. So keep your head directly in between both shoulders. Don't let it get closer to the bottom shoulder or the top shoulder. Keep the head right in the middle, so then you know your spine is doing the movement. Navel's drawn in. Let's just do one more time to each side. And last time. And then come back to center. Let's go ahead and put the band behind our body. I like to do a little rotation while we're standing here. Okay, and let's do a little more arm movement. So the closer your hands come in towards your body, the more resistance you'll get in your arms. So you decide. We're gonna basically reach those hands out to the side. Elbows are in close to the body, palms facing forward. Exhale to extend those arms out. Inhale to pull them back in. So really focus on making sure the movement's not coming from the shoulders. We're extending those arms out, keeping that shoulder stability. So exhale, reach out. Palms face the front of the room the whole time, facing forward. Exhale. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to add in some rotation. Okay, so now we're going to reach those arms out. We're going to rotate to the right, come back to center, bend those elbows. Reach those arms out, rotate to the left, come back to center and bend those elbows. So with rotation, we always want to think about lifting up and out of the pelvis. We're trying to create space between the vertebrae. So really focus on length through the torso, length through the spine. We're not sinking down into it as we rotate. And come back to center, bend those elbows. If that resistance is too much on those arms, walk those hands further away on the band. We're just going to do one more rotation to each side, lifting up and out of that pelvis, and come back to center, and then reach those arms out, rotate, and come back to center. Good. Okay, so hopefully you're nice and warmed up right now, and we're going to go to the floor. Going to do a little bit with the ball. Okay, so grab the ball. We're going to just start with our legs on the ball. Legs are nice and long and together. Let's start out with our feet flexed. Arms are down by our side. We're just going to do a imprinted pelvis, and then we're going to peel up from here. Inhale at the top. Make sure the shoulders are nice and broad. Exhale, roll back down. So we're doing a hip roll, lengthening to neutral. Okay, so make sure you're not hanging out an imprint. We have a neutral pelvis. Inhale, exhale, imprint and peel up. Nice long line at the top. Shoulders are broad. Inhale, and exhale, rolling back down, lengthening out to neutral, but still keeping those abdominals engaged. Exhale, imprint the pelvis first. Peel up, blow out through those pursed lips. Inhale at the top, and exhale, rolling back down, lengthening out to neutral. Let's do one more. Exhale, imprint, and peel up. Inhale at the top, and then exhale as you roll back down. Really focus on that articulation through the spine. We're going to do that same thing in lateral rotation. So rotating out from the hips. This time let's point the toes. Okay, you can do it with feet flexed or toes pointed, whatever works for you, but I'm just trying to change, give you a little variation to begin. So neutral pelvis to start, and then we imprint the pelvis and peel up. Get that nice long line. Make sure those arms are long. You're not feeling any strain in the neck. The weight should be in the shoulders. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll back down. Focus on that articulation, rolling through the spine, and then lengthening out to neutral, keeping those abdominals engaged. Exhale, imprint and peel up. Inhale at the top, nice long line. Exhale, roll back down through that spine, lengthening out to neutral. You have two more like this. Exhale, imprint and peel up. Weight is in the shoulders, not in the neck. Inhale and exhale, roll back down, upper back, middle back, low back, lengthen out to your neutral. And last time, this last time we're going to hold it up. Keep those arms long, hips lifted, abs engaged. Inhale as you pull the ball in. Exhale as you you lengthen it away. Pull it in, keeping those hips the same height the whole time. So don't let those hips lift up as you pull the ball in. So inhale to pull it in, exhale, lengthen those legs away, trying to get those inner thighs as close together as you can as you reach the ball away. Inhale and exhale, just 2 more. Inhale to pull in, exhale to press out. Last time, inhale and exhale, and then roll back down through the spine and lengthen out to neutral. Okay, from there, let's go ahead and just bring the ball in to where our knees are right over those hips. Feet are flat on the front of the ball. We're going to do ab prep. Arms can either be down by your side or behind your head, okay? So let's start out with them by our side. Our feet are on the ball supported, so ideally we want to stay in that neutral pelvis, okay? So we're not letting our pelvis rock up. So we do not want our pubic bone higher than our hip bones. Our pubic bone and our hip bones are in alignment. Arms are by your side. We're going to inhale to lengthen through the back of the neck, and exhale, come up into that spinal flexion. Inhale at the top, and exhale, lower back down. So inhale, lengthen through the back of the neck. Exhale to flex up. Reach those arms long. Inhale, and then exhale to lower. If you'd like, put your hands behind your head. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, flex up. Make sure you don't go up so high that your belly pooshes. We don't want this pooch. We want to keep the belly flat. Okay, so inhale, lengthen through the back of the neck. Exhale, flex up. Only come up as high as you can keep that belly flat. Inhale, and exhale to lower. If you want to challenge it a little more, legs reach out. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, flex up. Inhale, and then exhale to lower. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale to lengthen through the back of the neck. Exhale, flex up, drawing that navel in, eyes looking towards those thighs. And lower back down, 2 more. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to flex. Inhale, and exhale to lower. And last time, inhale to lengthen. Exhale to flex. Inhale to top, and exhale to lower. Okay, going into roll up. So transfer the ball from your feet to your hands. And you can do this exercise without the ball if you don't have a ball. So arms are reaching overhead. Make sure you focus on what's going on with your spine as you reach the arms overhead, because we don't want the ribs popping away from the mat, okay? We want to keep a neutral spine, so only let your arms go overhead as far as you can keep that neutral spine without letting your ribs pop away from the hips. Legs are long. We're going to inhale to reach the arms up towards the ceiling, start peeling the head and then the back away from the mat. Get up on top of those sits bones and then flex the spine over the legs. And then inhale and exhale, roll back down, 1 vertebra at a time, lengthening out. Okay? Remember what's going on with your rib to hip as you reach those arms overhead. Inhale, arms reach up. Start peeling the head away from the mat. Use those abdominal muscles to peel you up. Stretch your spine over those legs and then roll back down. You don't have to roll all the way up. Okay, if that doesn't work for you, we inhale, we exhale, peel up partially, then reach the ball up and come back down. Okay, so that is another option. If that's all easy for you, then keep the arms at your ears. Inhale, exhale, whoa. As you flex up and over those legs, get that nice long stretch, not sinking into those legs. Arms up at the ears, and then you roll back down, 1 vertebra at a time. Okay, so pick that option that works for you. Ball in front of you makes it easier. When you come up, if you're feeling tightness in the back or the back of your legs, bend your knees as you stretch over those legs. And then once you get back behind those sits bones, you can straighten those legs back out. Okay, let's do 2 more. Inhale. Arms reach up, exhale, peel up. Make sure it's the muscles doing the work, not momentum. Everything with Pilates is with good form, keeping your body in the proper alignment. Inhale, arms reach up, peel up, control the roll up, control the stretch over, and control reaching the ball overhead. Good. From there, let's put the ball off to the side, and we're going to do a little extension work with the band. Okay, so we'll grab the band, and we're going to be laying on our stomachs. Legs together. If you have back issues, you can have your legs hip width apart or even wider. Okay, and we're going to just be facing the floor. Elbows are by our side, hands are between the shoulders and the ears. We're going to inhale. On the exhalation, we are just pressing the weight into the forearms, lifting the chest away from the mat, keeping the neck in alignment with the spine. So just allow some pressure in the forearms. Inhale to top, and then exhale to lower. So inhale, slide the shoulders down away from the ears. Keep those abs engaged as you lift, pressing the weight into your forearms, eyes looking towards the mat. Inhale, and exhale to lower. Inhale, shoulders stable. Exhale, lift. No strain in that low back. Inhale, and then exhale to lower. Let's just do one more of these. Inhale, shoulders broad. Exhale, lift. Top of the head reaching for the wall in front of you. Inhale, and exhale to lower. The next one, we're just going to do a hovering. Okay, so grab in closer to your body if you'd like a little more resistance. We're going to inhale, and on the exhalation, we're just reaching those arms out to the side, to the walls, and then think about reaching through the top of the head and your feet. Legs stay on the floor. It's more about lengthening. Inhale, and then exhale to lower. Relaxing your shoulders forward. Inhale, exhale, lengthen and lift. Shoulders stable, arms long. Inhale, exhale to lower. Inhale, exhale, lengthen and lift. Make sure your shoulders are not up at the ears. And length through the neck. Inhale, and then exhale to lower. And just one more time. Inhale, exhale. Reach those arms long. Think about reaching through the top of the head and the feet. Inhale, and exhale to lower. And then let's just press yourself back into a shell stretch. So we want to keep that spine nice and rounded. And just get a nice stretch through the spine. Okay, from there, we're going to do half roll back, going into rolling like a ball. So this is where I'm going to talk about the sits bones. Okay, so have your feet about hip width apart and kind of rock back and forth. If you're not familiar with what your sits bones are, you'll find them. They're your two bony processes that you feel yourself rocking back and forth on. Those are your sits bones. They're a little closer than hip width apart, so we refer to those a lot in Pilates. Okay, so we're sitting up nice and tall on those sits bones. Think about a wall being behind you, so we're not rounded forward. Think about those sits bones. And we're going to put the band underneath our feet for this next exercise. Okay, so let's bring our feet and knees together for this. So on top of those sits bones, feet are flexed, heels stay on the floor. We're going to inhale, nice and tall on those sits bones. Exhale, draw the navel in and roll back. So we're drawing that navel in, curling that tailbone under, getting back behind those sits bones. Inhale, and then exhale, flex up and over those legs. You might lose resistance of the band when you come over, and that's fine. So we're going to, let's inhale to go back, and let's exhale to come up and over. So as we inhale, we get a little bit of resistance in the arms, not too much. We're going to save those for when we go back into the next exercise. Exhale, think about scooping the belly out as you come up and over those legs. Inhale, rolling back behind those sits bones, navel's drawn in. Exhale, blow out through those pursed lips as you flex up and over those legs. Let's just do one more. Inhale, and then exhale. Okay, you can stay with that, or we're going to go into rolling like a ball. So rolling like a ball, we're going to bend our knees and bend our elbows. Okay, we're getting into a flexed spine position. Make sure the shoulders aren't up at the ears, shoulders are down, navel's drawn in. We're going to inhale to roll back into about mid-shoulder blade, and then exhale to come up. Controlled movement. Inhale to roll back, exhale forward. Inhale, try to keep the same bend of the elbows and the knees at the same time. So not letting those legs go out and in as you roll back and forth, okay? So same bend. Use those abdominals and the breath to bring you back up. Inhale to roll back. And exhale forward. And one more time. Inhale to roll back. And exhale forward. From here, we're going to extend those legs out. Keeping that navel drawn in. And we're going to do some bicep curls. You can keep the knees bent. You can place the feet back on the floor. But if you want to challenge it more, straighten those legs out and lower down. Feel those abs working. Lift those elbows up and bring your hands towards your shoulders. So we're working biceps. Working those abs. Work that range of motion. Wrist stays straight. If you don't feel it in the abs, lower those legs a little more. But make sure you're not feeling it in the back. You have 4 more. And 3. Are you breathing? And 2. And 1. Bend those knees. We're going to do a couple more rolling like a ball. Inhale to roll back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Nice, slow and controlled. The slower you do it, the more the abdominals have to do the work. Inhale to roll back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. And exhale forward. Let's just do 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Extend those legs out. Or keep them bent. Or place your feet on the floor. Challenge your abs with how low you take those legs. Let's do a hammer. So palms facing in towards each other. Make sure the shoulders are up to the ears. Navel's drawn in. And pull those thumbs towards those shoulders. Keep those abs working. Keep those biceps working. Exhale. Work on that range of motion. Concentrate on those muscles that you should be feeling doing the work. You got 4 more. 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Bend those knees and come back to the mat. Go ahead and take the band off the feet. And let's just hug those knees in towards the chest. And then we're going to do a little ab series. I'm thinking without anything but our body. Okay, so we're going to work our obliques. So hands are going to go behind our head. Let's start out with our feet on the floor. Since we are not going to have our feet touching anything, we're going to use an imprint. So we're in neutral pelvis here. We're going to go into an imprint, and then we're going to bring one leg up, and then the other into tabletop. Hands go behind the head. We're going to inhale to lengthen through the back of the neck. Exhale to come up into spinal flexion. Keep the belly flat. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. And rotate. Reaching the leg away. Working with the breath. Keeping those shoulders up off the mat. So don't let the shoulders come back here. That's cheating. That's easy. Control the movement. Keep those abs doing the work. Reach and reach and reach. Working on that rotation. 2 and 2 and 1 and 1. Bring the legs to tabletop. Bring the body down. Let's go ahead and do slow double leg stretch. Open those knees out to the side. Hands go on the outside of the knees. We're going to inhale to lengthen through the back of the neck. Exhale, come up into that spinal flexion. Inhale to reach the arms and legs out. Exhale, circle the arms and the feet. Inhale, come back to parallel. And then exhale, return to your starting position. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to flex. Inhale to reach. Exhale, circle out. Inhale, come back to parallel. And then return to the mat. Okay, so make sure when you come up into the spinal flexion, you stay in that flexion as you reach the arms and legs around. Okay, so keep those shoulders up off the mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to flex. Inhale to reach the arms and legs. Exhale, circle out. Inhale, come back to parallel. And lower back down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to flex. Inhale to reach. Exhale, circle out. Inhale, come back to parallel. And return to the mat. And last time, lengthen through the back of the neck. Come up into spinal flexion. Reach the arms and legs. Exhale, circle out. Inhale, come back to parallel. And lower all the way back to the mat. And from there, just take those knees side to side. And we're going to come up and do push-ups. Everybody's favorite, I'm sure. Okay? So, let's do a little bit of balance work with our push-ups today. I always like to add in balance with it. Thinking if I'm going to have enough room to do this. We'll figure it out. Okay, so we're going to start out with our feet hip-width apart. Toes going straight forward. The ball is in our hands. We're going to go into a squat position. Make sure when you go into your squat position, your knees are not going past your toes. Then we're coming up. Then we're going to stand up, lifting our heels up off the floor and the ball up towards the ceiling. And then come back. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times. Squat, stand up, lift the heels up and the ball, lower the heels down. Squat, stand tall, lift the heels, and lower. Okay, from here, we're going to walk our body out into a plank position so we can do push-ups on the ball. The further you walk out, the harder it will be. So if you do a push-up here, not going to be as hard as if you walk out further. So I'm going to, instead of walking out, I'm losing room, so I'm just going to move the ball to where I need it. Okay? So get into that position. We're going to do 3 counts down, 1 count up. Nice plank position. Shoulders slid down away from the ears. Inhale down, 2, 3, and exhale, press up. Inhale down, lower, lower. Exhale, press up. Inhale down, 2 and 3, and press up. We're only going to do 2 more. Inhale down, 2 and 3, and press up. And last time, down, lower, lower, and press up. Then you walk back over the ball. I'm not going to do it because I'm running out of room. And we're going to come up and do that same thing, balance work. Okay, so starting out with the squat. So get as low in that squat as your muscles allow you to, as long as you're not feeling any strain in the joints. Then stand up. Lift the heels as you lift the ball. Lower the heels as you lower the ball. Squat. Stand tall. Lift the heels, lift the ball. Lower the heels, lower the ball. Last time. Squat. Stand tall. Lift the heels, lift the ball. Lower the heels, lower the ball. Put the ball down. Roll out for your push-ups over the ball. Push-ups over the ball don't work for you. Get to a wall or hold a plank. Okay, so get into that position. We're going to do the opposite. We're going to do 1 count down and 3 counts up. Okay, shoulders broad. Inhale down, exhale up, 2 and 3. Inhale down, exhale up, 2 and 3. Inhale down, exhale up, 2 and 3. We only have 2 more. Inhale down, exhale up, 2 and 3. And last time. Inhale down, exhale up, 2 and 3. Walk yourself back over the ball. And we're done with push-ups. But we're not done with the ball. We're going to do swimming over the ball. So we're coming over. And your hands are right underneath your shoulders. Feet are about hip width apart. We're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg, and switch. Inhale as you come, bring the limbs back to the floor. Exhale as you reach out. Inhale as you come center. So really focus on length more than how high you lift the limbs up. So think about reaching the hand and the foot back to the about hip height. Exhale to reach out. Inhale, bring it back in. Always about length. Knee is tracking straight down towards the floor. Connect with those abs. Get as little movement in the ball as possible. Exhale. Neck in alignment with the spine. Gonna do 1 more time each side. stretch behind the ball, or you can flex the spine over the ball. Whichever feels good for you and your body. Okay, because next what we're going to do is some leg work. Pretty challenging, okay? So with leg work, you can do it. Our basic leg lift series with Pilates is laying on your side. You can have your arm lengthened, bent to the elbow, or you can be up on the elbow. But if you're up on that elbow, you're not sinking into it, and with bad shoulder stability, you're lifted up with all the exercises we're gonna do. But today we have the ball, so we're gonna do it with the ball. You can always do it on the floor because it's a lot more challenging with the ball. With the ball, you can either be leaning over the ball or up against the ball, okay? Hips are stacked, legs reach out. Make sure if you are using the ball, your shoulder stability isn't here. You're pressing your elbow into the ball and keeping that nice shoulder stability. Navel's drawn in, leg is lifted. We're gonna flex the foot forward for 2 and then extend it back for 1. Inhale and exhale. Keeping the same height in the front and in the back. Inhale and exhale. Flex the foot forward, point the toes back. Let's just do 2 more. And exhale. 1 more. And exhale. Go ahead and bring the leg down. We're going to point and flex. Lift and lower. So keep the length long in your waist. Only lifting that leg up to the point you can keep that knee tracking straight forward and those hips stacked. We're lifting the leg up, but we're also pulling it down, working in both directions. Point and flex. So reach through the toes and reach through the heel, lifting it up and pulling it down. 2 more. Point and flex. Point and flex. Lift that leg up, little circles. Tiny, tiny circles. Keep breathing. Reverse the direction. Watch your shoulder stability as you're making those circles. Hold it there. Now bigger circles. It's not a huge circle, it's just bigger than the last that we did. Really focus on keeping those hips stacked and that leg through the legs. 2 and 1. Hold at the top. Reverse the direction. We're almost there. Keep those abs engaged and keep breathing. Keep the knee reaching forward and hips stacked. 2 and 1. Hold it there. Keep reaching, keep lengthening. 4, 3, 2, and lower. Take the arms to one side and your hips over to the other side. And then come back to center, and we get to do that same thing all over again on the other side. Okay, so second side's always more challenging because we've already fatigued it. So if you feel like you're losing your form, always get rid of the ball, okay? Form is the most important thing. So if you're using the ball over or leaning up against it, lift that leg up, get those hips stacked, get that shoulder stability, navel drawn in, inhale to flex that foot forward, exhale to point back. Inhale, flex, exhale, point. Inhale forward, exhale back. So working with that breath, focusing on our basic principles, always about good form. And trying to keep that foot the same height in the front and in the back. So let's do 2 more. Inhale to flex and exhale to point. Last time, flex and point. Come back in. Lift that leg up. Point and flex. We're lifting it up and we're pulling it down. Point and flex. Reaching through the toes, reaching through the heel. Lifting up, working in both directions. It's not just letting it come back to the floor, towards the floor. It's pulling it up and pulling it back down. Point and flex. 2 more. Point and flex and point and flex. Lift that leg up, little circles. I know it's probably getting challenging by now, but keep those hips stacked, keep that leg long. Reverse the direction. Imagine you're trying to touch your toes to the wall. That's how much you're lengthening through that leg. Hold it there, bigger circles. Exhale as you lift that leg back up and around. Keep breathing. It doesn't have to be a big circle, but keep that leg long. If you need to get rid of the ball, get rid of the ball. Hold it there. Reverse the direction. How are you breathing? Exhale on the lift. Keep doing it. Keep that knee tracking forward and hip stacked. Last time, hold it there, keep reaching, keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ow. Take your arms to one side and your hips over to the other side. Get that nice stretch. And then we're going to take it back to our back and we're going to do a rollover while we're nice and warmed up with the ball. Okay, so we did the roll up earlier. This is a rollover. Really challenging. We're going to do an advanced exercise if you'd like with this. We're going to start out with the preps, but we're going to go into advanced, okay? So the prep, the ball is in between your feet. You can do it with no ball at all, okay? Because with the ball, it's going to make it more challenging. So your prep might be right here with your knees bent and your ankles crossed. The focus is feeling the control coming from your abdominals, okay? So roll over prep. It's from the abdominals. You're drawing the navel in and you're curling that tailbone up towards the ceiling. It's a controlled movement. It's not a trying to get it up and then letting it come back down. It's controlling it on the up, controlling it on the down. So if you feel like your arms are helping you push up, then bring your hands over the shoulders. And make sure it's your abdominals peeling your low back away from the mat and coming back in. If this hurts your back, do not peel your low back up off the mat. Just focus on the little curl up, okay? So we're gonna go into the full roll over. So reaching the legs out. We're gonna inhale to reach the legs up. Exhale, peel up. Allow the ball to go to the floor. Lift the legs up, get them in the parallel to the floor, and then exhale. Controlling the roll back down. Okay, that's the challenge, controlling it. Inhale, legs reach up. Exhale, peel up and lengthen over. You can touch the ball to the floor or not. Lift the legs up and then exhale. Control it going back down. Okay, so remember that's the full rollover. You can stay with the rollover prep. If you're doing the full rollover, it's controlled movement up and over and then rolling back down. And you can do this without the ball also. Inhale, exhale, peel up and over. And nice and slow to come back down. I'm going to give you 2 more. We're going to do 2 more, but I'm going to give you 1 more option. Arms reaching overhead if you're doing the full rollover and you need a little more challenge. Inhale, legs reach up. Exhale, abdominals peel you up and take you over. Reach those legs up towards the ceiling. Make sure you're in your shoulders, not in your neck. And then nice and slow to roll back down. So 1 more time. Pick the exercise that challenges you. Reach the ball up and then roll back down from there. The slower you roll down, the harder it will be on those abdominals. And then just take that ball, put it in your hands, reach your arms and legs out. Nice long stretch. Try to keep the ball from touching the floor so you just get a nicer stretch. And then reach the arms up, bend the knees, feet on the floor. Take arms to one side, knees the opposite side. Get a nice stretch in the torso. Come back to center and over to the other side. And back to center. And from there, let's do scissors. So reach those legs up towards the ceiling. Balls in the hands. We're going to inhale to lengthen through the back of the neck. Come up into spinal flexion. So the feet are touching the ball. We're going to reach and tap the foot to the ball and then switch. And switch. If it's easy to get your feet to the ball and you have the ball over your hips, then bring it more over the chest. If it's still easy, bring it further away. If you can't get to it, bring it closer to your feet. So lots of options, but focus on staying in that flexion and reaching the legs away from each other. Exhale. If you're feeling any strain in the back, keep your legs up higher. Don't take them so low to the floor. Focus on reaching them away though. Exhale. 2 more times each side. And exhale. 1 more. And both legs reach for the ceiling. Hands reach up towards those feet. And then lower it down. Feet to the floor. And let's put that ball off to the side. Coming up. Let's put that ball off. And we're going to grab the band. I'm going to do a little bit of rotation. Okay? This one takes a little bit of setup, so hopefully, I think of the best way, if I do it here probably. You're going to stand on the band with 1 foot, and make sure your other knee is quite a bit away, so we have about a 90-degree bend. The one knee is right underneath your hip, and you have a 90-degree bend with this. Okay, you're going to grab the band with your other hand. The further away from your feet, the less resistance you'll have, so you decide how much resistance you need. So we have the arm reaching over the knee. We're sitting up or we're kneeling nice and tall. Inhale to prepare. On the exhalation, we are rotating with our torso. And then inhale, come back to center. So exhale, think about chest reaching for your side wall, elbows reaching to the back wall, and then come back in. Exhale, always think about lifting up and out of the pelvis on rotation and come back to center. So it's easier if you're just facing forward. If you want to challenge the stability a little more, look in the direction that you're rotating. Inhale, come back to center. Watch your wrist alignment on the hand that's holding on to that band. So keep that wrist nice and long. Exhale. Inhale, center. We're just going to do 2 more. Exhale, lift up and out of that pelvis as you rotate and come back to center. And 1 more time. And come back to center. And we're going to switch legs. Okay, so working that rotation. This is called the archer. Okay, so step on that man. Make sure that knee is right underneath your hip. Your front foot is pretty far forward. Your knee's not going over your toes. Okay, so nice alignment to start. Arm is long. Inhale to prepare. On the exhalation, rotating away. Inhale, come back to center. Either looking forward the whole time or looking in the direction that you're rotating. Work with the breath. Always think about lifting up and out of the pelvis, creating space between the vertebrae, so we don't want to be sinking into it. We want to be lengthening. Exhale. Inhale, center. Reaching the elbow back and the arm forward, opposing directions. Exhale. You have 2 more. Exhale. And last time. And come back to center. Okay? From there, we're going to lay down on the mat. And we're going to do a little bit of leg work with the bands. Okay, so we're going to put both of our feet in the bands. And we're going to be in tabletop position. So knees are right over those hips. Knees together, feet together. Imprinted pelvis. So we're going to exhale, lengthen those legs out and lower down only as low as we can keep that imprint. Inhale, bend those knees. Exhale, press out. Inhale, bend those knees. So as you extend those legs, make sure you don't feel your back arching. We're still maintaining that imprint. If you can do this in neutral pelvis, that's fine, if you're strong enough to do that. We just don't want to be straining the back. So options here. We can flex up as we extend the legs out, and we can come back down. We can stay in flexion the whole time and draw those knees back in. Exhale and inhale. Just letting those knees come right over those hips, and then we press out. So it's about lengthening away. Okay, other option is we can add in some arms. So we can reach the arms up as we reach those legs out. Arms up and back. We can do this when we're in flexion also. Staying in flexion, reaching those arms up. We You can even reach those arms up and pull those arms slightly back. Just make sure you're not feeling any tension in your neck when you do that. Just 2 more times. Exhale. And last time. And then return to the mat. Same thing in lateral flexion. Okay, so heels together and toes apart. Knees bent. Bands on the inside of the knees. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lengthen out. Think about trying to get those inner thighs as close together. And then bend those knees back in. Exhale, press out. You have those same options. Flexing up each time, staying in flexion the whole time, or incorporating the arms with any of those. So we're going to reach those arms up as we reach those legs out. In flexion or not. Pick that option that challenges those abdominals. Exhale. Work with the breath. Always about length through those legs. Then only let those knees come right in over those hips. Don't let them come all the way back in where you lose the resistance of the band. Keep the muscles working the whole time. You have 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. And then bend those knees and bring them back in. Parallel. Because we're going to do teaser. I think that will be the last exercise we do. Let's see. Yep. Last exercise and then we'll stretch. Okay, so knees together, feet together. We'll start with the band. So, inhale to lengthen through the back of the neck. Start to press your feet into the band. On the exhalation, you're going to press your feet in to help you peel up into that teaser. Reach the arms and legs up, trying to get into a nice V position on that inhalation. And then exhale, push your feet into the band to help you roll back down through that spine. Inhale, lengthen through the back of the neck. Press your feet into the band. Exhale to peel up. Inhale. And exhale to roll back down through the spine. You don't have to use the band. Okay, lots of options. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, peel up partially. You don't have to peel all the way up. You could reach those arms up and come back down as long as you feel your abs are doing the work. Pick that option. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, peeling up. Feet can stay on the floor as you peel up. And then reach those arms up. They can stay there or they can reach forward. If they're forward, it's easier than if they're up by your ears. Okay, you can bring those legs into tabletop. Inhale. Exhale, peeling up. Reach those arms up. Roll back down. Nice and slow. The slower you go, the harder it is. And then full teaser. Arms and legs out. Inhale. Exhale to peel up. Inhale. Lift that chest up. Arms long, legs long. And then exhale as you let it go all the way back to the mat. So 2 more. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, peel. You pick that teaser that challenges you. Nice and slow as you come back down. And last one. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, peel up partially or all the way. Inhale. And exhale, down. I did say that was the last exercise, but I lied because I think we need to do 1 more extension exercise. So we'll do a little bit of, let's do swan dive. Okay, so we'll start out with the prep. So we're in lateral rotation with the legs. Hands are in our breaststroke prep position, so hands are close to the ears. Elbows in close to the body. We're going to inhale, slide the shoulders down, and exhale, just press the forearms into the mat like we did for our breaststroke prep. Inhale at the top, and exhale, lower back down. Inhale, shoulders are broad, navel's drawn in, press up. If you'd like, you can extend those arms. So you can bend those elbows a little bit or straighten them all the way. Just make sure you're not feeling any compression in your low back. Shoulders are slid down away from those ears, and then come back down. So you pick how high up you go. Inhale, exhale to lift, shoulders slid down, inhale, Exhale to lower. Next option. Inhale, lift up. We do our rocking movement. Rocking. Bend the elbows, legs go up. Extend the elbows, legs go back down. Abs engaged. And then that last option, we do the rock and catch. Rock and catch. So nice long legs as you reach your arms out. Let's just do 2 more. And then when you're done with that last one, you're going to do a shell stretch back. Shell stretch. And then we're going to come up and stretch those legs. Best part. Okay, so band, grab that band, put it under one foot. Extend that leg out and lift it towards the ceiling. Look at your alignment when you're doing your stretching. So make sure your knee isn't rotated out. So make sure that knee is tracking parallel and you're feeling a nice stretch up the back of the leg. Neutral pelvis. So we're not rocked into that imprint. So pubic bone and hip bones are in alignment. We're feeling a nice stretch up the back of the leg and the hamstring. If you don't feel it, maybe reach the heel up towards the ceiling a little more. But make sure you can breathe naturally. You're not holding the breath. And you're feeling a nice stretch. All the stretches should be held 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, so now we're going to do an inner thigh stretch. So put the band in one hand and reach that leg out to the side. Leg is straight still. Opposite hip down. Take it to that point where you feel a nice stretch in that inner thigh. Leg is straight. If you don't feel much of a stretch, walk the toes towards the shoulder. But make sure your leg is straight first. A lot of times we're not aware that that knee is bent a little more. So nice stretch. If you feel it lighten up after a few seconds, take it a little deeper. As long as you're not bouncing into it and you can feel that stretch. Okay, then we're going to bring that leg up. Transfer that band into your other hand. Keep both shoulders on the mat. Lengthen the leg across the body. So this time, think about reaching from your heel to your sits bone. Torso's lengthened, leg is long. And we're getting that stretch all the way up the back of the leg into the gluteal muscles. Again, you can feel a nice stretch, but you can breathe naturally. So breathe into that stretch. Keep breathing, keep holding. And if you feel like you don't feel much of a stretch anymore, take it a little deeper. And just hold it there. Then we're going to bend that knee, come back to center. Switch legs. So extend that leg out, find that neutral pelvis, and lift that leg up from there. Leg is straight, knee is tracking parallel, and we feel a stretch up the back of the leg in the hamstring while we're keeping that neutral pelvis not rocked into an imprint. If you don't feel it, maybe lengthen the heel towards the ceiling or drop your toes towards your chest a little more, getting into that stretching point. Then take that band, put it in one hand, reach it out to the side, leg is long, opposite hip is down. Keep stretching, keep breathing. Inner thigh is where you should be feeling it. It lightens up after a little bit. Take it a little deeper. Just make sure that you're not bouncing into it and you're not holding your breath. Then bring that leg up towards the ceiling. Transfer that band to your other hand. Both shoulders on the mat. Leg is long. Reach it over your body. Nice long line. Make sure you're not hiking up at the hip. Lengthen through the torso, lengthen through the leg. And get that stretch all the way up the back of the leg. So sometimes just thinking about reaching through the sits bone and the heel, opposing directions. A lot of it is visualization. So if you think about it, you might be able to feel that stretch a little more. So breathing into that stretch. And then come back to center. Take that band off of that foot. Let's do one more stretch. Reaching the arms and legs long. Taking a nice deep breath. And then put that band off to the side. Come up, sit up nice and tall, either cross-legged or knees in front of you. Big shoulder rolls, back and down, just a nice shoulder roll. Reach one arm up towards the ceiling, stretch to the side, and then come back to center. And then reach the other arm up towards the ceiling, stretch to the side, and back to center. And take a deep breath in.